This week I've got a very cool LTS game to show you, and I wanted to go over my thought process in the game and how I played it. I'm hoping this will help other people play in a similar way that can help you expand on your gameplay and make you a better player overall. For this game I chose Ion because I kind of wanted to do something pretty simple in this game. I didn't want to be having to do something really complicated like playing North Star or Ronin where there's a lot of thinking involved. Ion is just a very simple Titan that you can play and kind of relax. Whenever I start the game, I usually look at my scoreboard and see if there are any teams on it. If there are, then I usually go to the first red dot on my map. If there aren't, then I usually just try to stay a little bit by myself or stick around some of my teammates and just go where there's more commotion happening. You can see there that I aimed my laser shot at that that area where there's a lot of people that run through it all the time, but there was no one there that time. I see there's some commotion over here, so I'm going to start heading over. My tone seems to have that North Star handled, and I was right, there's that Legion and a tone. We've already lost one pilot, and two of them besides that are outside of their Titans. One just got in. So we're basically in a 3v5 right now, and that auto Titan just went down. So I'm going to have to focus on this tone pretty hard to try to get him down as fast as I possibly can to be able to move on and help my team. This fight is basically the same as I showed in my Ion versus the World video, catching his rockets, throwing them back, moving around his particle wall, and generally just keep moving and kind of use your vortex shield as much as you can. You see that I never go below half of my energy bar because I want to save that for my vortex shield. So I'm going to go ahead and use my laser core on him. It might be a waste because he's a very low health Titan, but I want to get to the rest of my team as fast as I possibly can. I'm going to move immediately here and ignore that pilot because my other Titan must be in a 1v3 right now and I need to get to him as soon as I possibly can. I find a Ronin, but I missed my laser shot and I have to move back. I don't have enough health to fight a Ronin that has a shield on him, so I'm going to go ahead and move back a little bit, try to play conservatively. That pilot is back, so I'm going to try to catch it, but he's directly above me, so it hits. I'm the only one left on my team, so I just went ahead and ejected because there's no chance in a 3v1 against Titan with a pilot on me as well, while I'm doomed. We lost that round, but if you go ahead and look at the scoreboard, you'll see that one of the Titans on our team has 0 damage. It's probably the Ronin who's AFK, and one of the other Titans on our team only has about 1,000 damage. So we weren't able to carry the weight of our team and do more damage than the health of our Titans is worth. So we're going to have to do better than that to be able to win. Our Ronin appears to be back now, so I'm having higher hopes about this next round. So now I'm going to move over to the east end of the map, try to listen for anybody that might try to be flanking us, and try to get an idea of where everybody is on the map. That's what my main goal is when I'm in LTS, is I try to find everybody so I have an idea of what's going on and who needs my help. I'm going to put a shot in that North Star, look, then I see a tone, move over to get that North Star, but there's a Ronin blocking me from getting him, so I'm going to go ahead and put a laser shot there, but I miss. I'm going to move around because that's where they are. Come around, that North Star is there, put a laser shot into him, and then I'm going to start engaging both of these Titans. The North Star is peeking now, and I don't want to get into a peek snipe fight with the Sniper Titan, so I'm going to go ahead and move to the other side after letting my energy regenerate a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move around the corner, find the North Star, and now I decide to take him out as fast as I possibly can. I pop a smoke so that just in case any of his friends that turn around try to look and engage me, they won't be able to see me as easily. And just as I expected, there's a tone behind me, so I'm going to go ahead and start moving backwards to regenerate some of my energy without trying to engage him immediately. So now I'm going to move around, try to get a better position on the tone and his friends, and then I come around the corner and there's a Ronin with a shield, and I have less than half a bar of health, so I'm going to move backwards because there's no way I can engage both of those Titans at the same time. Now, this may seem like a waste to you, but I'm going to laser core right here. I know that my life is pretty short right now, and I want to make sure that I don't waste that potential damage. I eject when he comes close for that execution, and then, watch here, I only cloak after I fire my archer shot, because if I fire my archer shot after I cloak, then I'm not going to have a cloak for a while. Now it's a 1v1. I don't know how much health my friend has, so I'm going to try to put as much damage into this tone as I can. But I don't have a cloak package right now, and that tone's only focusing me right now, so I'm going to be careful. I want to make sure how my friend is doing though, so I'm going to go ahead and move around to help him out. Activate a map hack so that my friend knows exactly where that tone is, and I pick up a battery to go give it to my friend. After I give this battery to my teammate, I'm going to instantly move back to where I last saw the tone so I can try to engage him. I see him over there, now I'm going to move over. Now while I'm cloaked, I'm going to go ahead and try to get on top of that building and engage this Tone and try to take him out as fast as I possibly can so that the Tone can't do more damage to my Legion than I want him to. So now the game is 1-1, and it's looking pretty good for us, but we're still pretty close. That game came down to our last Titan and Pilot, so we need to be careful next time. Halftime means that you're switching sides, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But in this case on Angel City, I'm going to do the same thing, go downtown and put my laser shot on that high traffic area. So now I know where 3 Titans are because of my minimap. 2 are to my left and there's 1 Ronin to my right. I'm going to move to get that Ronin because I don't want him flanking us from behind, and it seems as though we have 4 Titans versus 2 or 3 over there. Time is of the essence though, and as you can see, this Ronin's going to start sword blocking. So instead of chasing him and engaging him for 4.5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and move over to something that can need me more. I look and I see there's 2 or 3 Titans over here, and my team's going to need me there, because one of our pilots is already dead. With that North Star dealt with, I'm going to instantly move to the next spot I see commotion, which is over here in the city. It's not looking so good now, so I'm going to start playing conservatively and move behind here to get some of my energy back so I can play a little bit more defensively against this Tone.
You're the only Titan left. It's up to you, pilot.
So now there's 2 Titans and 2 pilots both against me. I'm doomed fighting a Tone with over half health. This laser core is suicide, but there was no way I was going to be able to win that round anyway.
You can do this, kid.
This Legion dealt with, I'm going to move, of course, to the next place that I see commotion, which appears to be across the map on the other side of town. That's the first place I'm going to go. There's a pilot on that roof with an SMR. I could walk under that roof, but I'd probably end up taking a lot of damage, so I'm just going to take a different route over to where the next place I see Titans. So around this time, I'm just checking my mini-map and listening around for any other Titans that I can go to, and the second I find any, I go to them. It's an all-out brawl over here, so my focus now is keeping the enemy titans off of my friends that are low health and making sure that I focus targets that I can. Now it's a 2v2, winner takes all. So I'm going to move over here and try to engage. See this tone over here? I'm going to laser core him now while he's stationary so I can get as much damage in as I can. Now I'm going to move behind cover because that North Star is sitting over there and he's going to snipe me if I don't. Now this is about conserving health and making sure my teammates stay alive. How do I do that? Well, when they move out, I move out. When they take shots, I take shots. And whenever they're in trouble, I try to support them. I'm going to extend over here a little bit to get a better angle, which I feel good about because I see on my mini-map that my Legion is sitting behind that pillar there and he's pretty safe. See this pilot giving me a battery? That is absolutely what you should do when you're a pilot in LTS and you can give batteries. You need to give batteries. That's how you're going to be the most useful. So if you ever find the position that you're in where there's a battery and there's a Titan, you need to get that battery and give it to your friend. I like this game, and I like using it for a video because this game is simple, and it's not something that's really complex, and I'm not getting in any 1v4 situations as a North Star against some tones on complex or whatever, and somehow pulling it off. These aren't things that are impossible to achieve. It's very possible to do well in these games, and you can see here I didn't do anything fancy in this game, and I still came out with over 100,000 damage, and you can too. It's not fancy, it's not that difficult. All you need to do is know how to play the game and know where to go. I can't stress how important it is to play for your team. Don't just play for yourself, don't be rushing for those executions. Play for your own team. You need to be giving batteries, you need to be receiving batteries. As you can see there, I made sure to crouch so that that pilot could get on my hull. You need to be playing for your team. Block your enemies from getting to your low health teammates. Go where your teammates are who need help, etc, etc. If you just keep doing those things, you're going to do fine in LTS. Like I said, it's not hard. Play for your team, not for yourself.